Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Now that we've got the lamb all set, let's move on to those classic sides that pair perfectly with your New Zealand lamb roast. You're going to love these. Shoulder of lamb. If you're after rich, robust flavor, the shoulder of lamb might just be your best bet. This cut comes from the forequarter and has more connective tissue and fat than the leg, which means it benefits from slow, gentle roasting to break everything down. The result? Incredibly succulent meat that practically falls off the bone. While it's slightly less traditional than the leg for a formal roast, shoulder lamb has a rustic charm that's hard to ignore. Its deep, hearty flavor stands up well to bold seasonings like cumin, smoked paprika, or even a sweet and tangy glaze with honey and balsamic vinegar. How to prepare it? Begin by seasoning it generously. Don't skimp on spices, as the richness of the meat can handle bold flavors. Place it in a roasting pan with a bed of onions, garlic, and carrots to create a built-in gravy base as it cooks. Cover it with foil and roast low and slow at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius, for 3 to 4 hours, then remove the foil for the last 30 minutes to crisp up the exterior. Pro tip: the shoulder's higher fat content means it's almost impossible to dry out, making it a forgiving choice for beginners. Serve with roasted root vegetables and plenty of pan juices for a hearty, warming meal. Rib rack of lamb. For a touch of elegance, look no further than a rib rack of lamb. This premium cut is a showstopper, ideal for impressing guests at a dinner party or celebrating a special occasion. The rib rack comes from the loin and features a line of tender, flavorful chops that are as gorgeous as they are delicious. The secret to a perfect rack of lamb is simplicity. Its naturally delicate, buttery flavor doesn't need much more than a light seasoning and careful cooking. However, you can take it up a notch with a coating of Dijon mustard and a crust of breadcrumbs and fresh herbs like parsley and mint. Tips for roasting it: trim the fat cap, or have your butcher do it, for even cooking and to allow flavors to penetrate the meat. Season the rack with salt, pepper, and olive oil, then sear it in a hot skillet to develop a golden crust before roasting. Roast at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, 220 degrees Celsius, for 20 to 25 minutes for medium rare, internal temp of 130 degrees Fahrenheit/54 degrees Celsius, letting it rest for 10 minutes before slicing. With its tender texture and striking presentation, a rib rack of lamb is the culinary equivalent of dressing to the nines. It's a guaranteed head-turner. Pair it with some roasted seasonal vegetables and a red wine reduction for a meal that's as sophisticated as it is delicious. Preparing the lamb for roasting. Preparing lamb for roasting is as much about technique as it is about flavor. With just a bit of effort and the right steps, you'll ensure your lamb roast is tender, perfectly seasoned, and bursting with flavor. From cleaning and trimming to seasoning and marinating, these steps will set the foundation for a roast lamb that'll have everyone asking for seconds. Cleaning and trimming the lamb. Before you begin seasoning or cooking, it's essential to prepare the lamb correctly. Cleaning and trimming keeps the meat tender while enhancing its overall presentation and taste. Start by rinsing the lamb under cold water to remove any residual juices or bone fragments from packaging. Use paper towels to pat it completely dry. This is crucial because wet meat doesn't adhere well in the oven. Next, evaluate the fat. While a thin layer of fat adds flavor and prevents the meat from drying out, too much fat or sinew, the tough, silvery tissue, can make the roast greasy or chewy. Use a sharp knife to carefully trim any thick patches of fat, leaving about 1/4 inch for optimal flavor. For sinew, slide the tip of the knife just under the membrane and pull it gently away while cutting at a shallow angle. Gravy and other condiments. Homemade lamb gravy can transform your roast into something extraordinary. It captures the essence of the dish and is easy to make using the drippings from your roast. How to make lamb gravy: collect drippings. After roasting, pour all drippings from the roasting pan into a saucepan. Deglaze the pan. Add a splash of red wine or broth to the pan, scraping up the flavorful bits stuck to the bottom. Thicken, Stir in a mixture of flour and water, or cornstarch, to create a smooth gravy. Cook over medium heat until it thickens. Season, add salt, pepper, and herbs like rosemary or thyme to enhance the flavor. In addition to gravy, consider serving other condiments that pair well with lamb. Options like Dijon mustard or a tangy yogurt sauce can offer a delightful contrast. Each option enhances the dish in its own unique way, allowing you to tailor the meal to your taste. Exploring these side dishes creates a balanced plate that perfectly complements your lamb roast, making every meal a memorable occasion. Serving and presentation tips. Serving roast lamb is as important as preparing it. The way you carve and present the dish can turn an ordinary meal into a festive occasion. Here's how to make your roast lamb shine on the table. Why not try your hand at making a New Zealand-style lamb roast at home? With a few thoughtful touches, you can create a meal that's not only delicious but also a celebration of tradition. Share your experience and favorite tips in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.